Hi guys, hello. It's Darlene Machacator. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We have a whole bunch of new word kits. Yeah. And you know what? We're going to do my favorite one. It says family, and then at the bottom is my last name. Yay! So we will have these available on the website. I actually haven't figured out on Shopify how you guys message me. I don't know how that works. I don't think there is a thing to message. You will have to send me just a private, excuse me, a private message and tell me what name, because I don't think that you can actually leave a message there. Are you able to do that? Do you know? When you check out, is there a place that you can put comments or notes to seller, like in Etsy? I know in Etsy it's pretty easy. So I don't think there's a place in Shopify for personalization. But anyways, you can personalize this one, and I have others to show you. I think I'm missing one. I think I got all of them cut out last night except for one, and then there's a new Halloween one. I'm not going with that because it's too close to Halloween, but I'll save it for next year. Yeah, it is too close to Halloween. Although I do still have ribbon bundles that we did not get them posted, but I have them. I'll get those posted today. I need to do that. And Christmas ribbon bundles, yeah. So maybe we'll do like a special price on the Halloween ones because it's so close, but it's something that you can use. And I know a lot of you, you don't always get your projects done right away. Sometimes the projects wait till next year or halfway through. If you're like me, you always have something that does not get done, and that's okay. I have learned to accept that I will never get everything on my list done. I will just do the best that I can do, and I won't beat myself up over it, right? And I hope you guys can do the same thing because, guys, we hold ourselves like way up here. Expectations of, gosh, I should be able to do this and I should be able to do that. When reality is, things usually take longer than you expect them to, or you get an interruption. You have, you know, your neighbor comes over and needs to talk, or you have to take an animal to the vet. All of a sudden, life happens, and so our well thought out plans don't always work. So don't beat yourself up over those things that you don't get done. Just do your best. And you know what? It's okay. If you don't get a project done until it's after this season, that's okay. Because you know what? Then you have it for next year, right? So, just a little bit of advice because I've been around a while and I know that I will never ever get everything on my list done. I have things from a couple of years ago that still aren't done. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I learned a long time ago that it was not a good thing to be upset with myself over things like that. Don't sweat the small stuff. And it's all small stuff, guys. So happy Wednesday. Glad you guys are here to say hello. So I know that you're watching, and we'll get started right away. Let me share this to VIP group. How is everybody? We're halfway through our week. It's so crazy. Oh my gosh. A week from today, I will be flying out to Michigan. Ocean Pier, I think is the name of it. Is that the name of it? You guys, I am so terrible. It's I really want to be able to tell you guys where I'm going. Um yeah, it would be really a good thing. I think it's Ocean Pier. Does anybody know if that is a city there? I'm kind of thinking that's where I'm going. Um yeah, I'm looking to see if I can find my Watts of Love group so I can tell you guys because I would love to do that. And or if there's somebody on here that knows where am I going? Who am I? What's of Love Weekend? Yeah, it's not coming up. No, Ocean Pier, that sticks in my head. I'm really excited to go and just have some time. Um, Oops, and now it's just typing in what I'm just saying. Come on, go back, go back. Um, yeah, Michigan. We fly into Chicago. Going there, a few of us are going there a day early to just hang out. If you know some really fun things to do in Chicago, I would love to see your list. I'm going to do a post and say I'll post where we're going, and then I'm gonna ask the question if you know of some really cool things to go do in Chicago. That would be great because you know what, we're gonna have an extra day. a few of us decided to fly in early so that we have a day together before all of the Lots of Love activities take place. Because sometimes, we get there and they have their schedule of things that we're doing, and we don't always get to have our free time. So we decided that, hey, let's go a day early and just have that bonding time. The, there's like 4 of us that are doing that. Yay! Can't wait! I'm so excited. At the same time, I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, because as soon as I get back, it's boom, 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 craft show, craft show, craft show, and the fact that, hey, yeah, I'm in charge of one of those. So, anyways, let me see who's here. We're gonna get started on this family one. This is really awesome. I'm unsure of what you would do if you had a blended family. I suppose you could do 2 names on there. Another thing that I saw people do was like party of 5. Okay, so family party of 5. If you have a blended family that they all have different names, that would be something that we may have to do instead of the last name. You don't want to make kids feel bad. It's really hard because growing up, with my kids growing up, I grew up too with them. They had all different last names. My daughter's last name was Christensen. My older son's last name was Watson. My younger son was with my husband and I. His last name was Brown. All my kids had different last names. So, some you can just say, oh, the Brown family, because it kind of makes them feel like, they're not part of it. Although I probably did say the Brown family. You're part of the Brown family, even though your last name is different. So you could do party of 5, or you could put family equals love or something like that. So we'll figure it out. If you want to do this and you have a situation with your last name with a blended family, we'll figure it out. We'll think of something. All right, let me see who's here. Hi, Betty. How are you? Hi, Tony. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Vicky. Good morning, Julie. Hi, Karen Ross. Oh, Tony, I'm glad. Yeah, it takes a while. I know it does take a while with this one. It seems like it was longer drawn out for a lot of people instead of just with some people, COVID is lasting 2 weeks. Not fun, not fun. Hi, Mary. How are you? Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Chris. Hi, Sheila. Oh, thanks for joining from Canada for the first time. So if you have questions, let me know. I do a variety of things on here. I'll do all painting. I'll do chalk and tour. I'll do inking. And sometimes things that are even different than that. Sometimes we'll cook. I have a project coming up. We're going to cook at some point. I just ordered some chocolate chips, so I think we'll make some pumpkin chocolate chip cookies one of these mornings. Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe Sue will drop in again. Hi, Pam. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Deb, my sister. Bring warm clothes. Oh, thank you. I heard that. So I did order a sweater. I really don't have a jacket. So, yeah, thank you for that. I heard that it's down in the 50s. I love to be cold, though. I don't mind ever being cold. I'd rather be cold than hot, for sure. So, hi, Mary Lee. How are you? I know. I'm excited. I'm excited to go. Yeah, for sure. Hi, Karen West. Hi, Billy. How are you? Hi, Carol. Yeah, Tony, I think we'll make chocolate chip pumpkin cookies my way with the oat flour, because that's the kind of flour that I can have. I'm thinking I might make some so I can take some with me. I have a little treat. I want to show you the other word things that I did. I have to do it carefully because they're like just stacked here. So I'm gonna put you down as a table so that you can see those, and then we'll do the family one. I'll show you all the pretty paper. I chose to print my paper out from Etsy. So, oh, there we go. Hey, it actually worked. I'm up in the corner. Hi, guys. Okay, so let me just scooch this up just a little bit, or maybe I can do this. Let's go and do, oh, no. Let's go like this. There. I'm trying not to move this whole thing. Okay, so maybe I just move it one down at a time. Okay, so this one says, let me take off the little things. These are all for the back. Jolly Saint Nick. So these are word block things that we made one the other day, and I've made a couple since, and you guys have been ordering these. These are a little bit smaller, and I will go ahead and post. Now the family one I did the same price. I'll show you that one up close in a second because I have to take time to do the last name. Okay, so these ones will be just a little bit cheaper, maybe $1 cheaper, because they don't take quite as much wood. Isn't it cute? So cute. I'm just going to stack them back up the way they were because I need to paint these for my craft show. And I did not look at my pictures. I am not sure where the holly leaf goes on here. The holly leaf might go on the J or the Y. I'm not sure. But isn't that cute, Joy? And this one can just be painted. You don't have to use scrapbook paper. You can use your transfers and do stenciling on these. You don't have to use scrapbook paper. It's totally up to you. We are using scrapbook paper this morning because I found the perfect colors and I thought it would be great. Okay, this one says Frosty. So let me take the little stands off. So Frosty has a little Frosty the Snowman here, and he's kind of all... when I moved them, they kind of all got a little bit out of alignment there. Isn't it cute? Frosty. Okay, so these will all be available today. I'll get them all posted to the website. And then give thanks. You guys were asking for Thanksgiving ones, so here's Thanksgiving one. Give thanks. There's going to be a lot more. There's a gingerbread one coming up. We're just doing a little at a time. So give thanks. I think I'm missing one that I didn't get printed out or cut out last night. Okay, so these are all kits that I cut out and will be available on the website later today. I have to take pictures. It was late last night, guys. Honestly, it was too late. I might have to lay back down. It was 3 o'clock when I went to sleep. Harvest. Okay, so I know there's another snowman that for some reason I didn't get the other snowman cut out. He's on my computer. And then Merry Christmas. Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite? I love them all. And you know what? You really can't tell until they are all done with the paper or painted. So you can just paint them. You don't have to put scrapbook paper. And I am choosing to purchase my scrapbook paper digitally on Etsy. Okay, let me move this carefully. I'll be right back. Hang on 2 seconds. I want to carefully put it over here. I'm going to go in front of the camera and stack it over here where it's not going to tip. And is not going to, like, all the pieces be mixed together. Aren't they cute? They are super cute. Okay, we're going to do the family one today. So we'll paint, and we're going to use these little printed out sheets of scrapbook paper. Okay, so I bought this digital file, and it was a boho file. I love the colors. I think these are really pretty. And here's the one that we're doing. We're doing family. Okay, and then it says Brown at the bottom. That's my last name. So I can do this with yours. We can put something else at the bottom. We could put like Party of 5 or Family Equals Love. You know, anything that you want to do. Okay, but I wanted to do this one start to finish. Now I'm going to do the words. I was thinking of doing the words in like a yellowish color, but because I can't do brown, because I have this one that's brown. So this will be white. The words on here will be white. My bottom block will be this color. Okay, so it'll be solid. And then Family. So I just kind of laid them out the way that I feel like they need to be. Okay, so we have to put Mod Podge on these. So Mod Podge, not Mod Podge. Mod Podge. I'm just going to push that all up. I kind of want to keep it all in the... I'll just stack it all over here. I want to keep it all in the right order. But we need to paint these, okay? So we're going to bring in a board. I know, I love the paper. Yeah, I will share the site that I got them from. Absolutely. I'll take a picture of this when it's all done. And I will share the link to where I got it because I think it's actually really fabulous. And I don't remember how much it was. That one might have been $3. But it's better than paying $12. I was looking at a lot of the scrapbook paper tablets, okay, and I found so many. okay? Doesn't mean I'm not going to buy some of them, but they were 12 something. And then plus shipping, okay? Unless you buy a whole bunch. Well, there were so many different vendors. I ended up with like 12 different vendors, and I wasn't going to get free shipping. And I'm thinking, why am I doing this? If I can find some that I can just print out that I like, I'm going to do that. Okay, so we need to put Mod Podge on these. I put 2 coats last time. And then this is the backer. Let me put this up here. This needs Mod Podge also. Okay, so that can go right up there. So this is the backer. Okay, on the back of it, we put this part. This one actually ended up being short because the board was short. I'm going to glue this part on right now and set it to the side so that it can start to dry. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hi, Doris. Hi, Janine. We're doing a family one. Like I said, if you have a blended family, we can do something different, like party of 5 or family equals love, or you can just do another one. You can do one of the Christmas ones. Come on, glue. I know there's still a little bit of you in there. I just know it. I hate it when you get to the end and you're like, it's still in there. I know you're still there. All right, I'm just going to glue this on and set this to the side so that it can be drying. All right, so this is part of the stand. So when we are all done, I will glue the other stuff on the other side, and then these little things, these little curved things go in here, and you always want to have this raised up just a little bit so that it leans backwards just a touch. Okay, so I can move that out of the way so it can dry. Okay, bring in the board back. Okay, let's do our Mod Podge. I want to put 2 coats of Mod Podge on here because it seems to work better. It is a cute project. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I'm hoping it turns out the way that I think it will. Okay, so there's always going to be gooey stuff up here. I just usually grab a paper towel and clean up some of that goo. Yeah. Now, you can get smaller jars of Mod Podge at the Dollar Tree. Our Dollar Tree has been out recently, so I've just resorted to the bigger jars. But a lot of times you can get it at your $1.25 tree. Okay, so just take some of your Mod Podge. You don't need a heavy coat. Just put a light coat on. You're going to put 2 coats, okay? So you don't have to paint these, but you do need to put 2 coats. That's just what I do, okay? So other people might not. And then we're going to iron on our paper. We're not going to put our paper on here while this is wet. I don't like to do that. I always get air bubbles. I have better luck ironing mine on. Okay, so if you haven't ironed it on before, then you're going to see that whole process. Last time I already had all my Mod Podge on there, but this time I decided, you know what, we're just going to do the whole thing so that you see the entire process. And we're going to cut each of the sheets down. I did do some last time where I actually cut my paper on my laser, which you can cut paper in your laser. Some people are afraid that it will start fire. No, you just have to have the right setting. So it just means you either go faster and less power, or you go you can go the same speed but a lot less power. Okay, so I just kind of go in between, kind of play with it and see where is it going to cut still. And I don't want to go too fast because, you know, if you go too fast on a laser, sometimes it can throw it out of alignment because it's going around corners really fast. So, and one thing you can do is do multiples. So if you are doing like 2 or 3 of something, it just really pays to cut this out on the laser. Okay, so there is the first part. We're going to go ahead, we'll paint these. This is going to be white. This is going to be our yellow color, which I chose Deep Ochre. Hi, Anita. How are you? Hi, Lori. Good morning. All is well. You know, it just is a busy week. So I did have my appointment yesterday. So and I didn't even realize this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I didn't think about that. So I went and they had their whole display and everything. I got to my appointment early yesterday, and I waited for a little bit, and then I went in. I was still like 10 minutes early getting there, and my dogs are all going cray-cray. Haley might have gotten here. Anyways, so I got to my appointment 10 minutes early, and they got me right in. I was out of there so fast. I was out of there back in my car before my appointment time. So that was really nice. That it doesn't take that long. So if you're thinking I don't have time to go get the big squeeze. Yes, you do. You have time. Don't make up excuses because early detection of breast cancer is the key to survival, honestly, and making sure that you do your weekly checks of yourself. There you can Google all that. You can go to Susan Komen. I'm sure that it's on there, or your doctor. There's different things, but guys, make sure that you're doing those checks because I don't want to lose any of you guys. And I've had too many friends that have had breast cancer, and it's really weird because all of my friends have survived. I had an auntie that passed away from breast cancer, but all my friends have survived it because early detection. All right. However, this is really kind of weird. My ex second husband, his new wife, she passed away from metastatic breast cancer because that's really hard. It was not caught early and it had already spread, and she ended up passing because it went into her brain. Really hard. Okay, so that color was deep ochre. I think that's going to be a good color with it. I'm going to kind of, I think that I should probably do some dry brushing on that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so white, you know what? I don't really want white. Let's do light buttermilk. Light buttermilk is a better color for me. White is like too white, right? All right, so I just need a little bit right here to just dab. And then we'll dry this. We'll put a second coat of our Mod Podge. It is drying really quickly. So, like this one's dry. I must not have put as much. And I can see the top one is drying really quickly. It actually soaks in. So I do put 2 coats because this MDF soaks it up a lot. And I want to make sure that I have enough on there so that it will adhere to my scrapbook paper. So, and I just printed my scrapbook paper on oh yeah, no, it's not fun at all, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah, for sure. Doesn't matter what size you are, big or small. I actually found out it was more painful when I was small because I had very, very, very little for them to squish, and so they had to pull what little I had into the machine. It was much easier when I gained weight and my chest was larger. Yeah, so I know it's never fun, but guys, do it. Just do it. If you haven't had one done and it's time, please get in there. I love you guys. I don't want anything happening to anybody. Okay, so dry, 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 and then I'll look and see if I need to do anything else. I'm going to be dry brushing with my light buttermilk. It looks like I need a second coat on here. I'll just tap, tap, tap. The yellow is fine, so I don't need anything on the yellow. I need to put my second coat of my Mod Podge. So I'll stand up to do that. And it's just a light coat, guys. It is not a thick coat, okay? So it's just a really light coat. And try to get it really even because you want it to be even under your paper. All right. Yeah, it goes on, and with it being hot, because I just dried it, so these are hot. That's gonna make it dry faster, for sure, guys. All right, so what do you guys got going on? Anything going on during the week that is exciting or fun, or you want to tell us about? Have you cooked anything good? Is it time for comfort food? Is it time for a crock pot of chili? And I know when weather starts getting like this, I always love making some homemade chili. Yeah, that's one thing I can have because I can have ground beef, which is nice because I can just cook it up and throw it into a crock pot with tomatoes and some black beans and some red beans And I also put green beans in. Yeah. I know it's kind of weird, but my chili, I put green beans in just because my husband doesn't usually eat the food that I make because he's really picky. He's really picky about what he eats. And I have my food allergies. So he doesn't generally eat what I cook. So I throw some green beans in there as a filler. I have a craft weekend this weekend with Janine. Oh, yay, that's fun. And Anita, they found out a routine screening right before you write it. That is awesome that you found it because you know what? There's so many people that don't, and it's scary. It's scary. You know, when they find it, it's already metastasized to other areas. So early detection on any cancer is key. If you feel like there's something going on, you just keep pushing. Be your own advocate, just like I had to do when John had his brain tumor. I had to be his advocate because his doctors were ridiculous. Yeah. His doctors just kept saying it was his sinuses or his ear tubes. And no, he had a brain tumor. Even though his brain tumor was just benign and it was one that is on the acoustic nerve, yeah, that was pretty ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this is completely dry because we're gonna iron our paper on there. Okay, we're gonna dry brush these letters a little bit. Some stats on breast cancer: 1 in 8 women are affected by breast cancer, and 1 in 138 men. Yes, you know, and that's great. That's really neat that. Or interesting that you mentioned men because guess what? John's brother had breast cancer. So I don't know if that puts him at a higher risk, but my husband's brother had breast cancer. Yeah. So you wouldn't think that men get it, but they do. It's really crazy. Yeah, men can get it. Okay, I want to close up my Mod Podge. Sometimes it's hard because it gets gooey on the top. I want to make sure that I close it the right way. There we go. Okay. All right. So we take off all those pieces. I'm going to do some. I'm going to take them in order. Family. Yeah. And he survived it. So he survived his. And then brown. I'm going to take this off so I don't get any white on there. I'm going to do some dry brushing really quickly on there. Hi, Laura. How are you? And Anita made meatloaf. Meatloaf is yummy. I love meatloaf. I always tell you guys my meatloaf that I make, I put pickles in it because I'm just weird. I'm just weird sometimes. Okay, get off as much as you can. You're just going to dry brush the letters just to have a little bit of other color. I'm just very lightly going across them. Okay, so it's just barely putting a highlight. It's not doing a lot. Okay, so just barely putting any color on this. So I'm just going sideways. All right, and I just want it to have a little bit of white on it on the edges. Okay, I'll show you in a second. You're probably going, I don't see anything. No, because it's just barely. And then I'm going to go the other direction so I make sure I get that side of the letters. Okay, so see, it just is barely on there. Can you even see it? Maybe not. Okay, this I can set to the side. And we're gonna iron on all our little pieces of paper. So let me just put this up here so we can get rid of the board. Family, family. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our paper. Okay, I put it in the order, but it's backwards. Okay, so this was Y. This was L. This was I. I just need a little bit so I could do a bunch of them with this paper. Okay, so I did print this out on my printer, and what I did was I printed it out with matte cardstock, basically, is what I printed out. So this is going to be, we'll go sideways with this. Just kind of cut it to be close to the size. Your nan had breast cancer, survived, then passed away from brain cancer. Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. That is really sad. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Okay, you can just kind of go around it. You can hold it up. You can trace it with a pen. Whatever you want to do. We're going to sand off the extra. So just make sure there is a little bit extra. And we will be sanding that off. Yeah, I cut backwards, so if you're new. Darlene cuts backwards, and it's okay. It is a-okay. Okay, so there's that. I love that one. It's kind of cute. So you do want to have a solid color in there for that. And then F. So same thing. Okay, just you can just rough cut around it. If I did this on the laser, I would cut it exactly. Okay. And you know what? We should just stack them. We're going to iron these. I have my little iron plugged in. It's just a little travel iron. Okay. You want to make sure that you cover your paper with some type of something. Okay. So either parchment paper or the Teflon paper. Okay. I'm thinking I want this to go sideways. So you can do your stripes however you want. I'm thinking I want to go sideways. I think that would be fun. It's totally up to you. This part actually doesn't take that long. Just do your little rough cut. Figure out where do you want this to be. I'm like, I want to have those two flowers on there. And sometimes you'll go, oh, I didn't really like it with those colors. You'll kind of switch things up. But this was a packet that I bought online. I will share this one with you guys because I really like the colors. So generally you will get a packet online and it will have at least 8 different coordinating colors, sometimes 12. And there we go. Okay, so I'm just rough cutting around each one. And then I have all this. So it does take ink to print that out, but you know, now I don't have a thick pad of paper sitting around and for each project. Okay, so let me bring in my little mat. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. Okay, so let me do this. I know it takes time. So I just have my little tiny pad here because I don't want to get the whole big one. I'm just going to lay this so that there's like a white border around this. When you do your printing out, sometimes there's a border. Okay, I'm going to take a Teflon sheet. I'm going to cover it. I'm feeling this. I have my little travel iron here. I'm going to pull this up. Okay, let me see if I can get this whole thing up here. The base is hot. Hot potatoes, guys. Let me just scooch this over just a little bit. Okay, so this is just a little travel iron that I bought on Amazon. And you're just going to iron over it. It doesn't take long. I usually start from the center and go up and down. And then I will go along the edges. So I try to go along the edges so I make sure they're sealed. It really only takes seconds for this to adhere to it. Okay, so you're just ironing your scrapbook paper on. And then you can kind of test it. Yeah, it's on there. Okay, so we're going to set it to the side. We will sand all these. Okay, so let me just, and it's hot. Hot potatoes. Next. Okay, so you always want to cover it with something. Okay, oopsie, that goes with the next one. Get back there. You could potentially put these down and put, and use your heat press. Okay, so a heat press is fine. You could iron a whole bunch. I'm just holding it as I lay it down, and then I will, the second that I start ironing it, it will stay in place. Okay, so just ironing for a few seconds. Hi, Carol, how are you? We're doing a little block that says family, and I can personalize it with the last name. These would make great gifts, but I can also put other things on there. Like I said, family of 5, family equals love. Anything that you would like, pretty much I can do it. So you just have to send me a message because on Etsy, on Shopify, it does not have an area for personalization. Whereas Etsy is really user-friendly with that. We have all of our wedding stuff over there. We have our wedding business over on Etsy, and there's a excuse me, there's an easy way to personalize on Etsy. So I'm making sure that I'm going around the edges. Like I said, it only takes seconds. All right, so I like doing it this way rather than doing it with it being wet and put it on. I think that then it takes longer to dry. Okay, so here's something, guys. I don't ever put another coat of Mod Podge. I just don't. You can if you want to, but you don't need to. So why go to all the extra steps to do that? Okay, I'm going to make sure that I have this straight on here. I don't want my stripes to be crooked. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure that my stripes are going to be straight across. You could go diagonal with that too. That would be kind of cute. I love all these colors. It's a boho set that has blues and browns and looks like kind of peach. So these are my colors. My daughter-in-law is going to come in today and she's going to go, I need one of those. I probably should have done her name, Ben Watson, on there. Oh, thank you. My shirt. It is just one of those shirts that I bought for when I went to Dominican Republic. One of my Hawaiian shirts. And what we'll do, we'll trim that down and then we'll sand the edges and then we'll ink the edges. I always like to ink my edges. I just like that look. Okay, so you can turn this. This is my A. I kind of want this little flower up in the corner, so I'm going to strategically put it there and go like this. So it really doesn't take that long. It just takes seconds for it to get glued on. And this iron only has 3 settings. It's on high. It's whatever the high setting is. So honestly, I don't know what you would do it at. I probably would just do it what I do t-shirts at on my heat press. Okay, I love the brown. All good colors, guys. This is going to be so fun. So this will be a hard thing at a craft show. I would have to take orders. I'd have to say, here's the link for you to go and purchase, or you know, if I want to take orders, I could just take orders. I could send them to my website to order. Okay, almost there. So this one's longer than this. I'll just do part of it and then I'll scooch it. I want to make sure it is straight, so I'm going to bend that down and make sure that I am straight on there. And then we'll do one side and then I'll scoot it and we'll do the other side. Okay, so we're going to start basically in the middle and go over, and then we'll move it. I love this blue. This is a really pretty blue. So blue is one of my favorite colors. I have lots of favorite colors, guys. I used to love, love, love red. My first kitchen when I got married was red, and then I found out that red was a color that makes people mad. Maybe that was the reason that we had so many fights. I don't know, but I did red plaid, not plaid, like a gingham checked, and I used the drawer, the stuff that you put in drawers. I used that on the walls. Uh-oh, you know what? It moved. It's going to be okay, but what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to heavily ink the edges. There's nothing I can do at this point. I can't get this off of here. Okay, so even if I was to heat it up, it's not going to come off. I will just heavily ink my edges. But yeah, it did move on me. Don't sweat the small stuff, Darlene. All right, so let me put this down here. I am going to turn that off. I think I'm okay to turn it off. Okay, there we go. Okay, so then I'm going to just kind of cut around this a little bit. Yeah, be careful that it doesn't move on you. It will be fine though. So I'm going to cut a little bit of the off, and then we're going to sand. And I will ink the edges. It will be fine, Darlene. Don't sweat the small stuff, right, guys? Don't sweat the small stuff. So I'm just kind of trimming it, and then I'm going to sand. Okay, so it's really easy to just sand this down. So you're going to take this, and you're just going to go down. Okay, so, and as you go down, it's going to sand off the edges. Okay, so you're going to see that, yeah, I messed up on that, but I'm going to take my ink pad. I'm going to heavily ink that so that it doesn't matter. So I'm hoping I think my granddaughter is getting here. Maybe she's getting here at 7:30. I thought I heard her come in, but maybe not. She sent me a message last night. She was in a car accident. Ugh, I just hate that. Somebody came into her lane, and this person actually stopped. Remember, the last person did not stop. She was in a hit and run. They took off, and it was a government car. Okay, we're going to heavily ink the edges, so that's not going to show. No one's going to know. No one's going to know that Darlene messed that one up. because we're going to heavily ink the edges. I like to use my ink pad. So this ink pad is, it's Espresso Truffle, and it's from Memento Lux is the name brand. But see how that just covers that up. You really can't mess this stuff up. Okay, so no one's gonna know, right? So there's my little thing. Hi Karen, how are you? The paper I found on Etsy, and I will post it. I'll post a link to it. It was from Etsy. It wasn't that much. It was either $2 or $3. So you can just print it out as many as you want. I'm just going to turn this over and cut close to the edge, and then we'll sand off the rest. Yep, cutting backwards. Backwards cutting at its best, right? All right, so same thing. You just go downward. So you go down, don't go up, because that'll pull, that could potentially pull your paper off of the piece of wood. So we are just going down, and it's that fast, okay? So, and we can ink each one as we go. That little mess right there goes in the trash can, and we can just ink each one. You know what, let me get my board out, and we can put each of these on as we go, so we can see our progress that we're making. Okay, so this is the bottom part. This is F. All right, so brown goes right here. We'll put that in the center, and then F. Oh, I'm loving it already, guys. I am loving this already. Hi, Teresa. How are you? So, like I said earlier, I chose for this project, I just chose to purchase on Etsy and print it with my printer. And I just printed this out. I didn't do like a photo setting or anything like that. I just chose matte finish. So that way it just kind of takes it it's a little bit slower going through and gives you a little bit better picture. But you can go to your local craft store and pick out papers, pick out a paper pad. But this is perfect. I love this one. So I'll share the link with you. They'll probably go, why are so many people purchasing this? There's my A. Look at that. So exciting, guys. And then I'll just glue everything together, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, so if you are just hopping on, I did show all of the other Christmas and the Thanksgiving ones that I have. I chose not to do any new Halloween ones. Okay, so it's too close to Halloween. Unless you live here, you wouldn't really get it in time to paint it. So I chose not to do that. So some people might do the Halloween one, but I'm going to save it for next year. But look how easy that is. And if it doesn't come off the first time, just give it another little sanding. I love these little sanders. They're from Gator. Okay, this pulls off. You can replace the little strips when they wear out on you. You can get those from Amazon or from Walmart. They have them. I have also heard that sometimes Dollar Tree has one that's similar. So check it out. Okay, there's the M. Oh, I'm glad we went sideways on that stripe. That looks super cute. What are you thinking, guys? How do you like it so far? Is it looking good? Do I need to go in a little bit closer? Maybe I'll go in a little bit closer for you. There we go. We are halfway through our week, guys. Yay! I'm going to have a full weekend of painting because, like I said, I leave a week from today. I will be getting on the airplane. I need to do some videos so you guys have videos while I'm gone. I will check in daily, but I'll have some tutorials. I have lots of projects, so don't worry. I have plenty. I have plenty that I can get ready for you guys. And then I'll probably just I'll just have them posted. You'll probably see them ahead of time. If you watch on YouTube, I will be uploading each one probably like early. FAMI. Okay, we're almost there. We are almost there. So you can almost cut off all of this. I mean, honestly, when you turn it upside down, it is really easy to get really close to the edge and then just finish sanding it off. This is so fun, guys. I want to make one for all of my kiddos. I think this would be a cute Christmas present. You know, it would definitely be different. Nobody else would be getting them one, right? So the price on this is, I think it's $15.75 is what it is, and then plus shipping, of course. So always plan out your purchases so you can ship a few things together, because you know the shipping adds up, and it's not our fault. That's how much it costs. Oh my gosh, guys, this is turning out so darn cute. So excited about this one. It's kind of fun to do something that's not seasonal. We've been doing a lot of Christmas and fall, and it's kind of nice to just do something that is just a traditional, like, everyday thing. I kind of like that. Okay, so just going downward, not really going sideways. I'm going downward. Almost there. Okay. Whoops, one more. Okay, and then I will do my inking, and then we're going to glue everything together. I think it's super cute. I'm loving the colors. I think in person the colors are even better. Sometimes the colors on my screen don't look as good, but these are nice earthy with blues. I just really like it. Okay, so what do you think? I think it is fantastic. I really like that. Okay, let me do this. Let's glue. Okay, so we're going to use our little Q-tip for some of our small letters. Okay, so let me get my glue. We have to glue all the blocks on. We'll just take them one by one. Okay, so there's some glue for that, for the smaller stuff. Okay, so we're just going to work. We'll just work this way, and hopefully we can get everything on there and be able to make sure everything is lined up. Okay, so I'm just putting a bunch of glue on there and going to line it up with the bottom and the side. Okay, so bottom and side lined up, just like that. And then this one I can put the glue on the back, like this. And it's just regular glue. This is Aleene's Tacky Glue. This is what I like to use. If you have your favorite glue, you can do that. And if you want to dab some of it off so that it doesn't go on, sometimes people will dab this on a paper towel to get some of it off. Let me try that. I have lots of people giving me ideas on how to not be so messy. So with the paper, it really shows. Okay, so I got my corner. So I got my corner first. And then let's do this. Let's do this one because it's the bottom and it is like the basis of everything else. Okay, so let's get this. I know I just want to use the rest of you. Cooperate with me, glue. Okay, so I'm just putting a decent amount on there. I'm not using hot glue. I don't want to have any globs of glue on there. And then I'm going to use my Q-tip, but let's make sure we have our spacing. Okay, so just kind of get it centered, and then we'll pick up part of it. So it's not going to be all attached together because it is a cursive font, and cursive does break in certain areas, you know, like it breaks apart. So when you're writing, it's not always just one fluid long word. There are parts that are separate, and this font is this way. So there's going to be little letters that are separate like that. But like I said, I can do your family name. I can do party of 5. I can do family equals love. You just need to send me a private message through Facebook to tell me what you want on it, because through Shopify, I don't think there's a way. Oh, tickle. Okay, A. That looks good. That is looking so good. I am loving this. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to have it. I can't wait to have it done. All right. Get that in place. And at the end, I'll make sure that everything is all lined up. It may not be, once you get it on there, sometimes it is not the same size as the length. It might go off the edge just a touch. And that just is because sometimes lasers are different when they cut. Okay, so it isn't always exact when the file is created. I love that I did sideways on these stripes. I think that was perfect. I'll take a picture of this whole thing and I'll give you the link to the paper in case you want to get the paper. I'll give you a link to the actual kit, and I'll give you a link to the paper that you can purchase. So that paper is just through Etsy, and you just download it. It's what I do is I have a file on my computer that is all for digital paper. And I just create a separate folder, like this is boho. So I created a separate folder for all of this boho, and I just downloaded the file, and now I can go in there whenever I want to do something that has these colors. I can just go in there and just grab the paper. So that's the great thing about digital downloads, is that they're always there for you, and you can print it over and over and over. You're not going to run out. Like, you have a tablet and you have your favorite sheet in there, and you're like, oh, now I'm all done with that sheet, and I have all these other 20 sheets left over. No, with this you just print one sheet at a time. So you just send it to your printer. This is regular print. This is regular paper. This is not any special paper. This is just the paper like you print a report. It's copy paper. Okay, so it is nothing special. You could do it on cardstock if you wanted to, but you don't have to. And that's the great thing about it. You do not have to. You can just use your regular copy paper, which makes it nice and easy. Okay, making sure that I have everything lined up there. And I will stand this up to make sure that I have everything. I'm going to use my Q-tip. This Q-tip thing is working really well. So I was gluing gingerbread nomies together last night, and there's little tiny pieces, and I definitely found that using the Q-tip just works so much better than my finger. And I'm not messy all over the place. Yeah, just tap, 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 and we're almost done. So we do have to put the thing on the back, but these do need to dry. So I'll show you how to do that, and then I'll have to wait, because if I stand it up, things might start sliding. Okay, and I definitely don't want them to start sliding. What type printer did I use? I have an Epson. This is an Epson printer. It's the type that you put the little cartridges in, the 3 different things. I don't know if that's an inkjet. Is that an inkjet? That you put like the red, actually there's 4, red, yellow, blue, no, wrong. Pink, it's like a pink, magenta, and then the blue and the yellow and then black. So it has the 4 cartridges. Okay, so I'm just making sure everything is lined up there. Okay, so there we go. So then as soon as this dries, I will glue these in here. So these go right here like that. And then when you stand this up, I'll take them back out in a minute. It will lean back slightly. Okay, so it's going to hold it. It's going to lean back slightly, but you want to glue those in there. If you just stick them in there, they're not going to work. They have to be glued in there. So see how it just kind of leans back slightly? Okay, so, and I glued these on before we were starting everything else. So those are on there nice. But look at that. Isn't that cute? I think this turned out fabulous. I'm really excited about it. This is one of the projects that I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Yeah, I think it's inkjet. I think that's what it is. So, it is the ones that have the cartridges, not the long powder thing, whatever that is. Yeah, it's the one with the little cartridges. And it's just a basic one. It's a $99 printer that printed it nice like that. Yeah, it was a printer from Costco. It might be a $129, but yeah, it's a inexpensive printer that I printed it with, but it turned out really good. Really nice. I love it. And in person, these colors are even better. Um, they're the at least on my screen, they're not looking exactly how they should be. So if you love this project, I would love if you would give me some hearts. That is something that Etsy looks at that, and if you give hearts, that means that hey, I like this project, and you're not a designer. I would love if you would sprinkle. Sprinkle means sharing this over to your page or to a friend's page who is a crafter. I would love if you would do that. Okay, let me put you up to myself, and we are done with this. Okay, so if you missed out on all the other that I have Christmas and Thanksgiving ones that I showed, just go back and watch the replay. I don't have time to go back and show you all, but I think it's super cute. I love this one. It turned out really nice. It did. Okay. All right. So I'm done for today. Let me go back. You don't need to just be on my chest there. So it'll have the stand at the back, so it'll stand up. But I really want to just keep it laying down so that nothing starts sliding around. All right, guys. I love you guys. Hope you have a great Wednesday. We are halfway through our week. Week. We're halfway through our week. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.